Hello and welcome to the Madhouse everyone, Tridot here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys the Primal Druid as Ninetrix said he is. And well, basically we're going to do the same as the last video. This is not a very tuned character, it's not min-maxed or anything. It is just to showcase the build, which actually surprised me quite a bit. So let's go onto the skill tree here. We're going to start with the Arcanus because this is just straightforward as it gets. We have Inner Focus maxed, Spirit and Offensive Ability, mostly for Offensive Ability, but the Spirit does help a little bit. And we have Maven's Sphere of Protection. This is a skill that I did not approve of in the beginning, but I've seen it work. Ninetrix explained it to me in private, and it is worth it. It really is worth it. This one here is going to save your life most of the time, and in particular for this build, the Maven Sphere is basically the only defensive ability that we have, and we just need it. We cannot make do without it. Actually, you can in softcore. I would say that you can run this build without the Sphere of Protection, but I really don't recommend it because you are going to die at some point. And here we are onto the Shaman. I'm going to start with the simpler stuff. Not that this is a very complicated build, it is actually as straightforward as the last one, as the Trickster. It is a one skill build and it does wonders. So let's start from the bottom here. We have McDragon's Pact 1 point and 1 point into Heart of the Wild. This is just one of those skills that with 1 point in it you actually get a huge benefit, and it would be just a shame not to put it in there. And next up we're going to move a little higher. We have Stormcaller's Pact, which I did not really understand how it worked, but after using it I did, and it's great. I think it's just perfect. Basically it is an aura. That's what you need to understand about it, and it gives you a tremendous buff. And apparently there are more of them. Not that one, damn it. There, this one, Primal Bond, is actually another exclusive skill. This is something that only shamans have, and you can have both of these at the same time, as it says only one exclusive skill can be active at one time. So that's what you need to know about Stormcaller's Pact. Next we have maxed Primal Strike, which is actually going to be our main ability, and actually single ability that we are going to use offensively. 1 point in here for Thunderous Strike. This is what enables this build, and then just maxed everything here. Torrent and Storm Surge. And the left out points we're left with 4 points that we don't really have much to do, are going to go into Brute Force. And again, I didn't understand this one, but it is just a buff. That's what you need to know. It just buffs your two-handed melee weapon. And if you don't want to play with the Sphere of Protection, I don't recommend it, but again, some people might want to. You can drop 1 point into the mirror, which I kinda like, and then dump the rest into Brute Force for more damage. Now, as I said, the build is very straightforward, and now we're going to go into gear. My gear sucks, again, just so that you know, this is not the full capability of the build, simply because I don't have time to craft everything. But it is okay, it's fine. It's basically what you saw last time, except I just got a rare one, epic actually, and slapped it in here. No need to craft. Put an ember in there, since lightning is going to be a big part of our damage. It's, as you can see there, it's lightning, physical after lightning, and then what do we have? We have bleeding, pierce, and electrocute. Basically, we have a lot of damage that is not necessarily just lightning, which is good. It's actually a very good thing. You don't need to have just one source of damage. Make it physical, pierce, whatever. Just have more of them. It's actually a lot better, since some monsters, and I'm sure that when the harder difficulties get here, some monsters are going to have immunities, so to say. Okay, so that was the weapon. We have the old chest that you saw yesterday, Hallowed Ground. I did not change it. I just didn't. Whatever. It's bad. I didn't change it. The old legs that I've been using forever, Ancient Armor Plate in there. And I have a Desolation Relic in here. Now, I think there is a little bit of a debate whether Desolation is better than Zeal. This is why I still have it here. You can go with whichever one you like. I would prefer Zeal, I think, but since Lightning is just look at the damage there. We put Zeal up. It goes a little bit up, so you might say Zeal is better, but hell, I'm playing a Lightning character. Why would I, just don't get Lightning? No, Lightning character is good. Next up, we have the build, Harmonious Assault, Wasteguards of Readiness, and this is a really good build. Don't get me wrong, it is a really good build. I put Dense Fur in there. I did not change the medal. It sucks. It is not for this character. I'm just using it for the offensive, defensive. Attack speed does help as well. Didn't even change Vicious Jawbone, which might actually be a little bit worse than some other components for this particular build. I have Insulate and Frontier, Saboteurs of the Drangul, Mark of the Traveler in there. Now we can replace the Mark of the Traveler with Mark of Mogdragon, because we do actually have Lightning and Electrocute that are elemental. Lightning is for certain elemental, not sure about Electrocute, but it will be better than Mark of Mogdragon in here. I have Resonant Assault, Handguards of the Drangul. Pretty damn good one that I managed to craft. I put Unholy Inscription in there just for the resistances, and that's it. The shoulders are terrible. It's the old shoulders. Rings are the really OP stuff that I have. Incorruptible Emerald, Ring of Readiness, both of them. Didn't change the Roiling Blood that was in them, and then General Skull Fetish of the Eagle, again did not change Roiling Blood. It is not actually bad to go with Roiling Blood because it does have physical and offensive. Might be better to go with something else, but in the end it's going to be about even. And then we have the head, Renegades, Chainmail, Cask of Menhir's Wall with a runestone in there. Alright, so on paper this Primal Druid is pretty damn simple. We see we radiate electricity. Oh yes, that's so great. And this time I'm not going to go into the Chthonic Rift because I just found it while I was screwing around with the build. And we're going to go from here. Basically this is what I'm going to do to show the build off. Contrary to what you might think, whoops, I don't have the sphere up there, it does have quite a bit of AoE, which is quite uncommon for a two-handed build. I also have a little bit of attack speed, which helps a lot. In fact, AoE is a lot better than single target for this build. The main problem I would say is that is just what you can see right here. Bosses are a little bit difficult because we do have a lot of AoE and not as much single target, and our only survivability is Maven Sphere of Protection, which is good, but it's not going to be, it's not going to make us immortal. As I said in the last video, you can go lifesteal with this, but I wouldn't go out of my way in order to get that lifesteal. And in fact I have forgot some energy potions. You are going to need energy potions while doing this because Primal Strike does cost quite a bit of energy and you're going to run out, basically. There is just no way around it. You're just going to have to get those energy potions, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. Alright, we got the energy potions and we're back into the action. Now, something that I actually did not say or missed are the new rewards for reputations that I did not go into because this character basically has none. But with the proper enchants for that you get with reputation is actually going to make this character a little bit better. I did break down the main damage sources that we have, which is basically lightning and physical, and that is what you should be aiming for. As you can see, we're getting into a little bit of a trouble because these monsters here are quite tough, and our specialty is basically just AoE and farming, I would say. Just farming for reputation. What you have is just great. We just demolish anything that can die with a couple of hits. and this guy is going to be a major problem for us. So let's just focus a little bit and kite him around. And honestly, the only way you can circumvent this issue, problem, ability, whatever you want to call it, is funny actually, is more damage, because in terms of survivability you can get lifesteal, which is going to help quite a lot in fact, but if you're going to go for lifesteal, then you're going to sacrifice quite a bit of damage. You're going to need a very good crafted belt with lifesteal, and also to get some components, namely in the weapon, which is going to sort of gimp your damage a little bit. But in terms of this, you see just little mobs. This build is absolutely great, and honestly, it is one of those builds like last time that is going to get better, because we can max this. When we get more points, we can go into this. You know, it's just going to be great. It's going to evolve. It's not like one of my Grenadier, for example. That one can't evolve anymore. It's basically just it, and I don't think it's going to be a viable end game actually. But this one is definitely going to be one of those builds that you are going to see in future patches, and honestly, I kind of like him. I'm not a big fan of melee. I actually hate melee. But this guy is actually fun, and if you spec for lightning, which I think is what you should do to get the most out of this build, if you go in full lightning, then I think this one can wreak some havoc, like serious damage. Alright, well, I think we almost cleared the map. I know there was another pack that I skipped around here, so we'll see if we can find that one. The energy problem is just solved right now with some potions. It's not that bad that you actually have to wait while running around with no energy and your potion is on cooldown. That's not going to happen with this build. And overall it's simple. I don't think it requires that much gear. Good two-hander and some resistances are going to be the most important things to start with, and then just try to go from there. Get some lightning on gear, and obviously the relic helps quite a bit. But as I said, I like this build. It's new, it's fun, it's simple. I would say it's probably about as simple, if not simpler than the tricks there that you saw yesterday. Right, this was the bag that I was talking about, so we're just going to finish this guy up and we're going to be done. There we go. Easy peasy. This was an Asian waste run, and well, this was the Primal Druid as you saw it. Now in terms of attributes, I always forget those. You can see here I have 306 physique, 178 cunning, and 50 spirit. Absolutely nothing spent into spirit. But we're getting our spirit from here, from inner focus, and that is basically enough. Also the points in Arcanist help quite a bit. Basically the main thing I spend my spirit on would be physique. You can go 2-1 physique, cunning. Cunning helps. It does give bonus to physical and pierce that we actually use, but obviously physique is going to be the big one. We need that health, and basically I just wanted to equip this. And that's the reason why I went to do physique. I still have one available point that I'm not going to spend anytime soon, because, well, changes in gear are quite frequent at this stage of the game, so I might need more physique just in case. Basically, that was the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching. I shall see you all next time.